I've had a bit of a change around, so back to the glass mat setup. Oh, sorry, got you zoomed in. Yeah, back to the glass mat setup. But although it is glaring a little bit, have you noticed it's not actually glaring as much as it used to? That's because that's because, do you know what? It is really amazing what happens when you clean it. You know, and you actually clean it properly. Not just give it a quick wipe over, but actually set to and give it a really good scrub with bleach. I can get away with that because, well, you can probably get away with that anyway on glass mats. But this is actually a proper kitchen cutting board. So it's kind of frosted, but not completely. But this is actually a glass kitchen chopping board, so I can get away with using bleach on it. But yeah, surprisingly, it's got rid of everything off it. It's nice and smooth again, and it's so see-through. It does glare, like I said, but nowhere near as much. And I've had a bit of a change around on the desk at that side, as you will have seen from the room tour video. And the cutting board is back. The trimmer is back. Anybody who's followed along for quite some time will know that this used to always live there on the left hand side of my mat all the time on the desk when it used to be under the window and I used to be upstairs in the bedroom. I always had it there. However, I always piled it up with stuff so I could never use it. But I'm not going to do that now because to the left of me, as you would have seen in the room tour video, is some nice drawers, and that part of the table is now clear, so all the stuff's going to get piled on there instead of on here for now. Let's see how long that lasts. Anyway, let's get back to this, or let's get to this, should I say. It didn't work, guys. It didn't work. I've had to reprint the kind of tea coloured papers because when I was saying I was going to print on the other ones, and you know, so it didn't ruin the good ones, I forgot, and I dyed the wrong ones. But yeah, anyway, what is interesting though is I did the two different methods as I said I was going to do. I did, let me get it to show you. I used this awesome product, which is Stains by Patty Pockets, which is a Patricia Viramonte's product. And it does what it says. Well, it does what it says. It stains things, and it gives it like a coffee tea dyed look. Normally, but on the back of printed things, or even over the top of printed things, it bleeds because obviously I use inkjet, and it bleeds when it gets wet. However, look at the difference. This is. I painted on the back and it's bled through. I love the way it's come through, pink. But yeah, you can see where I've painted it on the back with a paintbrush. I used these sponge brushes. So I painted on the back with those. It bled through nicely. It's bled on the front, the same as these. These I used tea and coffee stain together, tea and coffee mixed together. The tea bags, and then I put just a spoonful of coffee in and mixed it up, so they smell amazing. And I did the same thing, painted on the back, not the front, just the back. Again, it bled through, which is to be expected, front and back. But look at the difference, guys. This is the Stains by Patty Pockets. You can still see the images really clear, even though they've bled. The colour and everything has bled, you can still see the images really clearly. Look how clear that one is. The tea and coffee mixed, and even just tea staining mixed, the images have pretty much gone. They're pretty much non-existent anymore. Look at them. The writing's fine, but the images are almost non-existent anymore. Look at that. Oh, don't get me wrong, it's okay. But there's nearly nothing left of them. I'm left with just nice green paper. So, even though the Stains by Patty Pockets bleeds, and gives these awesome colours, which I actually quite like, it leaves you with the pattern intact, which is amazing. So yeah, I don't know, I'm really quite chuffed. Let's see if I can find that one to show you what it should look like. No, not that one. It would have to be the last one, wouldn't it? So that's what it should look like, and that's what it does look like. But look at the difference. It is the same pattern and everything. The pattern is still very predominant. It's just a different colour. So, like, really, how cool is that? So you're getting the bleeding and the stains look, but the pattern stays intact. Whereas with the tea and coffee one, let me find it. It's this one. Is it that one? No. Be easier to look for the writing, the verse, rather than the there it is, rather than the image. Yeah, look at the difference. That's it before, that's it after with the tea coffee on it. It's gone. You know, the image is pretty much just gone. So it wasn't altogether a failure, because I do actually really like that. So it wasn't altogether a failure, but that's not how I wanted it to turn out, to go in the kit, to go in the project. So they're just getting sidelined for the time being, and I reprinted them. Yeah, so you know, they will. This is my Tsunami Rose projects folder. So these will get added back into this. And I think I'll either leave them plain and stencil on the back, or I will print a background on them. We'll see. I might just stencil them actually. Yeah, so they will get added back into there. And then what I did was I reprinted these, but onto ivory cream coloured cardstock, which just makes them look all the more vintage. They just look way cooler on this card than on normal paper. Well, actually this was cardstock paper, but oh no, this is actually print paper. But yeah, they just look a lot cooler on this ivory creamy coloured cardstock. They just look so much more vintage and grungy, so loving that. And then I also printed these postcards as well, the same, onto the ivory cardstock. Again, they look more authentic, more aged and what have you. So, oh, actually, on the back of this one, I experimented with my printer settings, the stationery settings on my printer, and printed graph paper on the back of that, but I didn't like it. But yeah, so I just think they look so much better on this ivory cream coloured cardstock. They look more vintage and grungy, so there we go. That's pretty much just about where I've got up to at the moment in time with this project. Again, I don't want to keep going on about it, but again, you guys know that I have been poorly recently, and it's taken a while to get over. I'm just about getting there now, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, so this project doesn't need to be done till September anyway, and we're still in August, there's loads of time yet. But yeah, so the next thing will be to cut all these out, which I will probably do off camera, because, you know, that will just be pretty boring, because all I'll be doing with that is just speeding it up anyway and adding music, and, you know, you guys don't need to see me do that. You know how to cut things out, so I will skip the video with that. I'll pop them in there as well anyway. But yeah, so that's where we're up to with the Tsunami Rose Faith themed journal design team project. Yeah, So I will hope to, when I've got everything cut out and what have you, I will come back and do another video. We'll have another update and a chit chat about it. But until then, this is where we're up to. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Goodbye.